Hello, Bird Gang. I hope you guys are all doing well. I have Tyler here from Admatic. We are so happy to be here and launching this deal. Hi, Tyler. How you doing, buddy?
Good, Sam. Thanks for having me. And yeah, good morning, good evening, good wherever you guys are at in the world. Excited to be here and excited to do this launch with Earlybird.
I know you are in a different time zone, and I think it's what 6 o'clock for you, 7 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it's a little early for me, so
So you
but
you you are the early bird gang guy.
yeah,
You have to wake up to get the deals, best deals. So, guys,
exactly.
I have Tyler here. We are super excited to launch Admatic. It's everybody was waiting for it, and we all know why. It's one of the best alternate that we were looking forward for it and for the price. So, Tyler, tell us about yourself. What do you do? How you came up with the idea of Admatic? What's your background? And tell us about your team.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, first off, so my background, I've been in marketing for over 10 years now. I was an in-house marketing director for a few companies here in the US. And then from that, or I found some success in doing that, and decided from working in that, I always wanted to start my own marketing agency. And from that, back in 2020, 2019, the end of that, so really right at the start of COVID, I started my own agency. I was just doing it on the side. I didn't know anything of what I was doing. I thought that all the stuff that I had learned as a marketing director for these larger companies, that hey, I can take that and do it just as well. Found a lot of struggle, just as with any business, and eventually, through the course of 4 years now, we've built up a nice white label agency. So through the course of that, we've decided that we really like to work with other agency owners. We love that community, and basically what we want to do is support them. And so towards the end of last year, we were looking at just softwares that we can develop. And that's kind of how Admatic came to be. Is we were having issues internally of like, hey, how do we get connected to our partners' accounts? How can we make this process faster? At the time, there was only one other competitor in the market. And so really, I saw that too as an opportunity to insert competition into a market where there really wasn't any. And so that's kind of how Admatic came to be. Learned a lot in the SaaS space. This is the first software that we've ever done.
Yeah,
Um, and
I,
yeah, I
I,
mean,
it,
feedback from it's been really good though so far.
yeah. No, I think it's such a simple tool, but very effective. And it makes a breeze. And I think for
Yeah,
people who don't know, the things that they need to do to onboard the client, especially the client, you have to go on a Zoom meeting, take over their computer, and then tell
yeah,
them, what to do. So I'll leave all that part for you to explain. Hello, everyone. Yes, Omar is missing. He's not missing. He's still here, just taking care of some stuff on the back end. And yeah, we have a lot of people already joined. Rohani is here, Indrapreet is here, Fagan is here, Vijay is here, Mark is here. We have
welcome everyone.
hello everyone. Path is here, Mohan. How you all guys doing? Let's see. Faz is here, Jogender is here, Pernesh is here, and some of them, if I don't say your name, that mean I don't know how to pronounce it. So so I hope all you guys are doing well. Let's start with Admatic. Let's start with the walkthrough. What is the team size, like how many people you guys have in the team?
Yeah, so right now on the side of Admatic, it's just myself, and two other members that are kind of supporting it.
Mhm.
And then our infrastructure team of like where we've built the platform with, we have a contract with them that's just helping us support the actual infrastructure. And again, how we're set up is this is a sister company basically of our main agency. So all of our resources, we're
Yeah.
able to use
Yeah,
from
I
there
think
too.
I think we will talk about it a little bit more because there's a lot more that Tyler does, And this is something that, how he said that, just connecting people, helping people, and make it easier. So
Yeah.
let's start with the walkthrough. Show us the product.
Yeah.
And yeah, and if you guys have any question, please feel free to ask. We'll be happy to answer.
Perfect. Here, let me. Perfect. We able to see that?
Yeah, I'll just put it right now.
There we go. Beautiful. So yeah, as soon as you get set up into Admatic, again, like Sam said, for me, I think simplicity is always the best way to go. I think in a world where there is so many different software, so many different tools, sometimes people try to overcomplicate it just to make it complicated or fancy or whatever, but I don't have time for that, and I know you don't either. So that's why we designed it this way, is it's just very streamlined, very straightforward, and very singular in its purpose, right? That it's going to help with your onboarding process, it's going to help with getting connected, um, and just provide literally eliminating a lot of time and a lot of back and forth on phone calls and different stuff. So as soon as you come to this page, this is the main dashboard. Basically what we show you here is how many connections that you had this month, your all-time connections, and on average, how much time has that saved you. And then over here as well, you can get your main onboarding link at any time to copy that. And then if you're wanting to put this in an iframe or embed this on your website anywhere, you can grab your embed code, which you just copy that, paste that wherever you want. So from here, the main thing that you'd want to do is come to set up your integrations as an agency. And you can do that by going over to the integrations menu link. And this is where you're going to be asked to sign in to Google, Meta, and TikTok, depending on which accounts that you're trying to get access to. So as soon as you sign into one of those, so we're already signed into Google here, you're going to see all of these different options pop up where you get to define, for Google at least, your manager account that you want designated to connect to. You can include where if you want that to be in your primary link, say for Google Analytics, the different permission levels that you want. Same with Tag Manager. A big one is Google Business Profile, because there's a lot of people that do management for GBPs for different reasons, whether it's SEO or kind of social management. And we do support, if you have an agency Google Business Profile account, you can select your profile group that you want to connect to with your clients. So all that can be accessed here and set up, and same with Search Console and Merchant Center. Now, Facebook as well, you're going to want to come in here. You'll want to designate what your current business manager is. So that's where all of your connections are going to connect to that business manager. And then you can indicate your connection options. So what do you really want to connect to, whether it's an ad account page. If we're connecting to a page, what are the different permission levels that you need? And if you want access to their Pixel, Instagram, or catalog, if you're doing any kind of e-commerce. From there, you can come to your team and you can auto assign. So every time someone uses your connection link and there's a successful connection, it'll auto assign this team that's in your business manager to these assets. Because that is the annoying part with Facebook, is it's so segmented and siloed that literally every step you kind of have to give permission to your team and to the account. So that helps kind of ease that access if you have certain people that just get access to everything.
Yep.
And then TikTok is very similar. You just sign in. With TikTok, we just connect with the TikTok ad account. So it looks just like this, except that there's only the ad account. So basically, once you define all of these things, this is set up on your primary link. So what you've indicated to include on your primary link. So you can come and grab that at any time, save it somewhere. You can put it in whatever, automation that you have. And then when you come to the page, so you send this to your client, this is what your client would actually see. So here is, this would be your logo, which I'll show you how you set all that up here in a second. But I just wanted to show you what the page looks like. So you come in here, You can see your agency information for who's connecting. So that's what your client would see. Once they authenticate into their accounts, this will pull up. And then based on your selections that you had for Google, Facebook, and TikTok, which I didn't have that set up, they'll just come in here and make the selections of what they want to see here. So they do that. Facebook page, they would connect to. They can verify Instagram, which there's no Instagram account for this, so there won't be a verification. And then same with ad accounts and the data sets here. So we'll come back here in a second and I'll show you guys what it looks like to connect, but let's go back to our settings here.
So Tyler, just a quick question. So this was just one link that will give all the connections.
Yep.
Right? Okay, perfect. Makes sense.
So in a lot of cases, there's situations where you as the agency, freelancer, or whatever it is that you want to set up multiple links. Right now, what you can do is in Connection Center, you can go to custom requests and you can kind of build your own link combination, basically. So right now, this is going to be updated. So this is part of our roadmap where you can do other authentications. So say you have a different Google business profile or a different email that you want to integrate. This will be ideally probably in the next month or two where we can have multiple integrations. But right now, this is just going to pull from your main integrations that we set up. So you can come in here and just say, hey, I want to allow Google Ads access and Google Merchant Center access. So I can create that link. So you put in your URL slug that you want. Our system will make sure that it's available. And then you can give your new URL a nickname. So on your side, you kind of know what it's for.
Makes sense.
So I can see the new link that I made here. And then at any time, I can grab that link. And then I can paste that in or share that with my client. And so, yeah, we can see here now it's just asking for that Facebook. We would sign in and we would just see the analytics and the Merchant Center. So this, for us, like what we do, some accounts, you know, if I, let me just come back here. Some accounts, we just want Google Ads access. Some accounts, Meta. We have an e-commerce one for different configuration. So when we run into those types of clients, we already kind of have that link pre-prepared. We send it to them, and then they connect with the assets that we care about for that specific client.
Makes sense.
And then here in your Connection Center too, which is where we're at, you can always go to Connection Log, and you can see the results of your recent connections. So you would have a list here of all those connections. You can click on it and view any of the information, which we'll see what that looks like when we do our test connection here in a second. Now here under white label settings, this is where you can define your agency logo, the agency information that appears on your page here. And then if you wanted to update your primary URL slug, you can come in here and make that update very easily. And the other thing as well is if you're using webhooks or you want to send certain information when a connection event happens, you can define a webhook right here. All you need to do is enable it, put that webhook down here, and then save it. Now, to send a test event, you just hit this test webhook button, and it's going to send a test payload to whatever URL that you've saved here. And then you can use that within Zapier, go high level, different stuff like that. Now, let's go back here to our
particular webhook. You can also have it for your internal team too, right? So for example, you want your team members to know that this guy or this customer has been onboarded, and they kind of get a notification, right? So it's something, or ideally you don't want to give them the access for the Admatic. You can just have them like notified like that, correct?
Yeah, exactly. You can do whatever, you know, workflow automation, as long as that automation can be triggered with a webhook of some sorts. We'll send the data there. And then at the end, I'll show you in our help documents, but you can actually put like a custom identifier on your URLs so that, you know, if there's like a customer ID or some way to identify who connected, right?
Perfect.
So if we come back here, we're going to connect with this account and this Facebook page. So go ahead and hit submit connections, and that will load up here for a second. Here, let me refresh here. Here.
Perfect.
So what I expect though is an error because we're already connected to these assets, but you can see what this page looks like is really the point. And then, yeah, if you guys have any questions that you're ready to prepare for, I'm happy to go and answer those. So perfect.
They are coming in, and I have Omar here as well too,
Awesome.
who is hopefully gonna, because but since the Facebook have changed the whole API and stuff, we can't
Yeah.
see the comments here. So I have to go back on the Facebook group and get those comments out, and those comments don't show. So if there's like 100 comments, uh,
Oh,
most
yeah.
of them will be up there somewhere. So I hope Omar is sorting those out. It is a pretty straightforward tool, and I will have my own questions. Hopefully, that will cover all the questions. So
Totally.
yeah,
So, but yeah, as we have our results page, so this is what your client sees when this happens. You'll get an email, and then this is where you can go to your connection log, and you can review this as basically a historical log in there. But I can see from I tried my team to connect to my team. I can't because it's the same account, so that's why that error shows
yeah,
up here.
yeah.
And then the same with this Merchant Center account. Agency is already connected, is basically
Sorry,
what
no
it's saying.
problem.
So,
Yeah,
but you'll be able to get these error logs if there is an error. If it's success, it'll say connection success. Um, Sometimes your client may opt out. So there's an opt out enum as well, where basically it'll tell them or tell you as an agency that they decided not to provide access, which could be an additional conversation. Hey, like you didn't provide access, we need to have access. I know many people that set up automations around that, and then connection issue. So it really just helps you get all of these different ones you can build automations around. It makes it very simple to understand what happened, or if there is further issues that need to investigate too.
perfect.
Beautiful. Well, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Okay, so I know this the tool is pretty straightforward. You have your own branding, you have your custom domain that you can set it up, one click. I will ask a couple of questions because I do have few questions. Is there, let's say, if I have onboarded somebody, that person was with me for a year, and now he's no longer wish to be my customer. So is there a
Mhm.
link generator for that he can just, is there such thing yet? I don't know if it's possible or not.
Yeah. So with that, all is this tool is doing is it's not it's it's handling the initial handshake, but it doesn't maintain that connection. So the connection's already happened and is managed by Facebook, Google, wherever it occurred at. So within the normal UI and app ecosphere, like you can disconnect, your client can disconnect at any time, even if you're not using Admatic. Like Admatic is just handling that initial handshake and
Mhm.
streamlining that process.
Another question I have seen many times, and whenever you onboard a new client, or whenever, and I've seen one of the example I'll give you. I've seen a lot of people, when you hire people from Fiverr and stuff like that, and they ask for access right away. And it's weird they ask for it, because some people end up giving them too as well. So
Yeah.
is there and some of them, myself, I'm very cautious with stuff like that, and I'm like, should I give you the access, should I not give you the access? So I understand with Admatic, you can have one click process and stuff like that. Is there any, like, a guide that you have created, like, okay, so if you don't use Admatic, you have to tell customer all these steps. I know you can Google it and you can get all these
Sure.
steps, and sometimes they do change, but I think it will be a good idea, like if you are not using Admatic, or if you don't want to click on this link, here's a guide. Go and use this guide.
Right.
I don't know if you have such thing or you have a
No,
blog
we
on that or
don't.
something like that, because
Um,
I've seen it. I think maybe one of your competitor was using this. They had one of the blog, I think, was explaining something like that. Um,
yeah. No,
uh,
that's a great idea. And yeah, I totally get it because it breaks down the process of how long and
exactly.
excruciating it
It's
is to
like
get connected.
if you don't want to click here,
Yeah.
okay, go and follow this process. Good luck. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm
But
just saying, bringing this up, right?
yeah,
Um,
but to the first part of the question too, with as far as like the level of access, when you set your site up as an agency, most of them have like you can toggle admin access or not. So if you don't toggle it on, you just have standard access. So you can always reassure your client that they're connecting like that, and that's how we show it on the page of it shows your information, so your client is confident in who they're sharing access to.
Perfect. I'll start with the question I have seen on the initial post we had. Do you have LinkedIn integration and Pinterest? Is there something?
LinkedIn is in the works right now. So we hope again that's part of the multi integration and LinkedIn pages is going to be ideally in the next month or so
Mhm.
that we get those live. Don't hold me to the timeline. Sometimes there's issues with just getting approved. But yeah, we're working on those. And then as well, Amazon ads is another one that we're working on.
Perfect.
Um, and I don't know if we've looked at Pinterest yet. A lot of times we've looked at a lot of the social accounts. Sometimes they don't have API functionality to make this process easy. Like with Facebook, like the Facebook ad side, everyone, including us and any other competitor, there's not a way to handle it via the API, but it is such a highly needed and highly requested thing. We made kind of a manual process to
Yeah.
ease still the connection and lead them exactly where they need to go, copy what they need to copy, so it's laid out step by step in that regard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we evaluate the other ones. We just don't want to create a bunch of manual processes either.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I believe, like, wherever, like, for example, companies like Google, who generate a lot of revenue from the ads, and they want to make it easier for people um, to connect and to make sure, because the more connections they have, the more people use their ads, the more money they make, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. I do. If you guys have any requests that you guys believe the integration will be useful, they do have a roadmap. You can request an
Yeah.
integration, and hopefully we can get those integrations done. Like I said, the questions, they do go up, so I'll see whatever I can see from my screen that shows up. Can you still get the sorry? Can we still get access to the Discord community for agency owners? That's from Tony. So a lot of broken heart we have here,
Yeah. You can
but
message me after the deal
pardon me.
or message me after you get pick up the
Okay, so
deal and we'll
guys,
work it out.
here's a hint. Message him after the deal is over. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you have a plan to support Amazon ads? Yes, they do.
Yes.
Client can connect to multiple Google account using one unique link sent. Yes, that's from. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Inderpreet now asking, since TikTok not working in India, can we set it up using VPN? I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends as long as you have a business
Account.
center.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you have to have a business center, so I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, it works on our side, so as long as I guess you can connect.
Exactly. Inderpreet asking again, how can we set up team members in it? We have team members, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So, yeah, let me show that real quick.
Yeah, let's cover that up. There's so many things you can do with this tool. Okay, one second, please. Let me share the screen. Okay, go for
Yeah,
it.
so in the dashboard here on the left menu, there is a My Team here. So you can come in at any time and just add a new user. Basically, we just have standard and admin roles right now. Admin basically just makes it so they can't delete anything or delete others from it. So those will be expanded in the future. Not We have a few other ideas that aren't on the roadmap and we're not ready to share yet of just additional agency quality of life improvements as far as your normal day to day and managing stuff in your agency. But that's kind of where that will come in. But yeah, super easy to add other users. There's no limit to who you can add, how many people. So yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I see a lot of potential. There's a lot of ideas, a lot of things you can do with just this. But again, you want to make sure you have sometime you want to share with everybody. Some of the things you just want to
Yeah.
keep it to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna come. I have an idea boiling up, and
I've
I'm
learned
gonna.
my lesson.
Yeah, I think we all do. And I think that's these kind of industry. It is like that. Like so. Let's check with okay. With this, we can have the team right. Like I can have one click to grant GBP Google Business Profile access to like two emails at once. Sorry.
So to connect to two emails at once, right
Yeah.
now, no. If you're talking about your agency side, so that will be in the update in about a month or two, where
Mhm.
we'll have those multi integrations.
Okay. Let me ask something because you are in this industry for a very long time and you do have experience. Uh, just just wondering like how many people are like what integrations they're using the most. Are they using Admatic mostly for Facebook or they're using for Google Ads? uh,
Yeah, I would say right now Facebook is probably the biggest. Mainly, I think also with our tool because it's the main issue there too is because it is so complicated. Like
exactly.
just Facebook in general is just a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Um, because you have to have a business manager to do this process. Your clients sometimes don't even understand the different, I barely even understood. Like my level of understanding with how Facebook Business Manager and the agency stuff and all that worked was greatly improved by working through this tool because I
Yep.
had to go through their horribly written API documents.
Exactly.
Um, but but that's the cool thing with our tool as well is it will detect as soon as they sign into Facebook if they don't have a business manager. We'll basically like remove everything and say, hey, you need to have a business manager, and we'll walk them through creating that. And it's done via API, so they literally just type in a name,
Mhm.
the information that's needed, and hit save, and it'll generate it for
Yeah.
them. And then they can connect if they already have a page and an ad account that's outside of a business manager. They can claim those in the business manager, or they can create new ones if they don't have those. And we have a whole process. And then once they're done with that, then they can it'll refresh the page where they can connect to you as an agency.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, to the question, Facebook is definitely probably the biggest one. And then
Okay.
I would say Google Ads and Google Business Profile are probably like the next biggest ones that people are
Yeah.
using it for.
Yeah, and I think these are the integrations. Like when you do ask the client, to give me the access, that's where the hesitation usually comes from because they just don't know. So I think that having a
Yeah.
guide or something like that will make more simple. Use a link or just follow this guide.
Yeah.
Another thing, I don't know if it will make sense. There's a lot of things I think WordPress. I don't know if we need to give like YouTube Studio access. I don't know if that is.
Yeah. We looked at YouTube. I wanted that one. But again, the same with YouTube is that specific API doesn't have any management or like team management, user
Yeah.
management type stuff with it right now. So we're still evaluating if we want to do like a manual process within the page,
Yeah.
just like with like Facebook ads.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay. We have. Can we add auto expiration day hours with the connection request? So, for example, if the connection request has been sent, can it expire after like 10 days? I don't know why you know
Uh,
that,
yeah, that's not set up that way right now.
but then you'll have so many connection, like different links, right?
Yeah,
So I don't.
right. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. What you can do though is again like in our help documents, you can see how you can add what we call a custom ID parameter to any URL you send, which that's just an easy way to identify a customer. So
Mhm.
you're not generating a link for each individual customer. You're just sharing a more general link, and then you can attach an identifier to it so you know who you sent that to.
Uh, we have in the Jeet. Can we use it for e-commerce? I believe it's either WordPress or Shopify.
Yeah, so we're still looking at Shopify. We're not too sure if we can do it yet. But e-commerce, as far as advertising, for sure, Facebook ads, Facebook catalog, Google Merchant Center, and I'm sure I'm missing another one. But yeah,
There
connect
was
to
one in,
if you can.
there was one integration that or one specific tool many people are don't know about it, because I think that particular feature only released in certain countries. It was about Google service, Google small business or service.
Mm,
I think it's for mostly for carpenters, auto repair shops. We have that access to as well, right? It's already integrated with that, right?
right. The local service stuff, you mean?
Local service, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and I think I think it was released like a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago. I remember I'm in a service business as well too, and I sent
Sure.
them an email about it, and they told me it's not one of those qualified business, because I think there's roofers
Got it. Yeah.
or carpenters, and there's a bunch of
Yeah,
other
they
businesses.
greatly expanded that too. And yeah, so this does work with Google local services. The caveat with that is if they already have a local service account. So this gets real nerdy, but how Google sets this up is Google local services is a container, but it's attached to a Google Ads account no matter what, because that's where they handle the billing side.
Yeah,
The local services ad can be accessed if they've already set it up. And so they would just be connecting their Google Ads account, and then you can see it. If you're doing local service ads for a client, they don't have it set up, you still want them to just connect their ad account, and then you can start the process of setting up a local service account
yeah,
for them. But it's attached to that.
and this is where you all your high ticket, just giving you idea, this is where the all the high ticket clients are, guys. So these are the guys who wants client, who wants high ticket clients, the western clients, the people who may spend money. Let's see, can I export a report as a PDF to our client through email? I don't know which report.
You can print the page, so like that connection results page. But yeah, there's not an official print to PDF right
Oh,
now. But when your client connects, they're seeing that page already. So I don't know if it would make sense to send that to them.
yeah, it's okay. When are the login details provided? I order, but I am still waiting for the login detail. Mark, right after when we are done live, we are hooked on, because Tyler is also in a different time zone, so team has to be awake to provide the support. So we will definitely look after this after the live, and we honestly appreciate and thank you so much. How is the connect to? Uh, Jackie Owen is asking, how is the connected to Go High Level? I think that's another one of the best integration.
Yeah, so the Go High Level, there is an official app right now. We had to submit an update for one of their updates on the API.
Mhm.
So it's currently been in review. I was told it wouldn't take long. It's still taking a long time with Go High Level for whatever reason. So we're still waiting for them to give the final approval, I think, on our 1.3 version.
Yeah.
But basically, all the Go High Level connection is it allows for within the workflows, you can build a trigger event based on a connection, or when someone makes a connection on any of your links, it will trigger in Go High Level, so you can use it in a workflow. So that would be the trigger event. And then we have an action within the workflow as well, where you can generate your primary URL link. You can attach the custom ID parameter, which would be the contact ID of the person in Go High Level, and it'll create like a trigger link for that basically. So you can put that in a workflow. So a scenario would be, hey, I just sold this customer. I generate my primary link in the workflow. It attaches that contact ID to it, and then I can use that in an email where then it gets sent to them. And then if they connect, my other workflow with the trigger link will initiate from that point.
Perfect.
But right now, since that's not working, you can just use a normal webhook. So you can just set up a webhook trigger and Go High Level. Make sure that you set that on the settings in our dashboard, and then it should work fine from there.
Perfect. I think Man Kim is asking Reddit ads. I didn't know Reddit had ads. Does it?
Yes, yeah, they do. I haven't looked at those yet, so let me write those down.
So, guys, we do have Admatic have a roadmap, and you can also input your own ideas, whatever ideas you guys have. This is what Tyler wants. The team wants. They want your, request and ideas that you want to share, and that's they want to build it up. So yeah, feel free to
Yes,
request.
please share any ideas, any even crazy ideas. Like I want to hear
Yeah.
what would help you as an agency.
Omar, I would appreciate if you can just paste the link for the roadmap. Let's can the client revoke the access to the ad account easily? I guess they have to go under the whole setting, and they or if let's say if the agency already got the access and the client is saying, okay, I'm done with you guys, see you later, can you remove the access? Can the Admatic user or the agency, can they just remove that themselves? That will be the easiest.
Sorry, repeat the question.
So I think we talked about it before. So if the client no longer wants to be with the agency,
Right.
can they request the agency, can you please remove it from your end? And that will be just
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah. So you as the agency, you would just log into whichever account that is, whether it's Facebook, Google, and you can just disconnect from there. Because again, Admatic isn't maintaining the connection. It's just handling the initial handshake, and then any disengagement can be handled via the UI within Facebook or Google.
Perfect. So yeah, so as an agency owner, you can if the customer requests, you can revoke the your own access for the account. I think that will be easier, and that means you're a good agency, and you don't like to block your customer and kind of thing. So yeah, I think that will be the best way to do it. Too neat, it's difficult to spend money on the development, which not many will. Okay, this is Rohani just answering it. Can agency customize their connection pages, and if so, how? Customize. I think there is some customization available that the
Yeah, so you
logo and
can
stuff.
the data, the link, the logo. We're looking at adding like where you can change the color, color of the buttons,
Buttons.
and
Okay.
all of that. But that's not there right now.
Would you mind showing? You said we can also embed it onto our own website. Do you have an example like for your own agency that if you have
I
or
don't.
anybody?
Yeah, let me see.
And let's keep moving. Can we estimate the pricing budget based on the previous campaign? I don't think this has anything to do with the campaign.
Yeah, you won't get campaign data or anything in it.
Yeah, you might in the future. Depend. There's a lot of things you can do. I think once you have the connection, you have the data. There's a lot of possibilities can be. But I think it also overcomplicates the tool to
Right.
make it like so many things. Do you think that in the future their API will continue to allow all? That is up to the Mark. if he still wants to do it and how they want to do it. I'm most likely, I think, like Facebook and stuff and Google's and stuff. I think it's they wanna, that's their revenue. That's how they generate money. But at the end, it's their thing. It's like same thing. Is, if the WhatsApp will still have a API and WhatsApp will still work or not.
Yeah, I don't expect the API to go anywhere for Facebook or Google or TikTok. Um, and our app again is like Facebook was a hard approval to get
Mhm.
through, but we did. And so it's not like we just built it. Like we have to get final approval from them to even use these APIs and run it the way that we are with the use case we have. So it's already gone through that whole process. So there's no issues in that regard.
So Joginder is asking about, like, if it's the account is being opened from a different IP address and all that, multiple clients account with the same laptop internet. Okay, so this is just a handshake tool that you get the access for your client
Right.
Facebook account or ads and all that. That's what it does. What you do and how which laptop you use and which IP you use, that is something all is on your end, that you have to have a precautions on that. I don't think Facebook would block your ad account if you are using a different IP address, because you have agencies working all around the world. Everybody's account will be getting
Yeah.
blocked.
Yeah, ideally, this is going to help you set it up the right way too,
Yeah.
because if you could potentially be getting direct access to their account, which in that type of relationship isn't always the best, which is
Hmm.
maybe why you're running into, hey, I want to sign in, so it doesn't look fishy. They're a US company, I'm over here. But if you create your own business manager, you connect as a partner, this tool allows you to do it in the way that makes sense and the way that's it's intended for. And so you shouldn't run into those types of issues.
Perfect. Krishna Swami is one of our users. Any update on the training? Don't have a clue as how are if I need this, but if I get the training, maybe I can eventually make use of it instead of having it on the shelf. So, message him. That's the best answer I can give you. Platform looks solid, but need tutorial for setup. I agree, Pankaj. I do
And in
believe.
our knowledge center, there is a get started guide on going through and setting up all your stuff.
Yeah. Uh, okay, I think that's about it. I'm just gonna quickly go over the deal,
Sure.
and make sure that people, everyone here understand. Let me see how I can share the screen. Cancel. I just want to take something off my screen, so it's not. 1 second. Almost done. I sure have known. And here we go. Deals, Admatic, and let's go understand. And here we go. Okay, here you go, guys. So this is the deal page. There's only one plan, which is their highest plan. It's the business plan, and I actually thought you should have a business plan should be the middle plan, and the agency plan should be the highest plan. Just my thought was, but the business plan is the highest plan. Um, the price is 299, and we have a 10% off coupon. The coupon code is Earlybird, is on the screen, and that is valid for 7 days, guys. It's valid for 7 days. So 299 minus 10%, I think it's 269, something like that. So take advantage of it right now, uh, to grab this deal. Okay, what are the limits? The limits here we have, map to a business plan, which is the highest plan, unlimited link comment connections, unlimited team members. So any team members you have, you want to onboard them, you can. You have a connection logs, which Tyler already explained. You can see in the log. Now unlimited custom links, white label connect pages, so you can white label the whole thing, and you have your own custom domain and stuff. Access to all integration, so whatever integration they're coming out with, they will have those integration. Webhook, custom call to action, embed iframe, you can iframe it onto your website. Auto assign users, create meta assets, go high level action integrations. So this is it. There is a 10% off coupon. It's valid for 7 days, guys. So make sure to check the deal out, see if this is something you can use. And this is and this is not one of those tools you can put on the shelf. This is a tool. You have an agency, you are a freelancer, you onboard clients. This is the tool that pays for itself. It works for itself. You don't need to. It's like a form builder. When you have a form builder, you build the form, you use it, people submit the leads, you start getting the leads.
Yep.
This is one thing. You have the link, you have the ready link, and it just works. So
And there'll be many more updates to come too.
there will be many more updates. So this is the tool, just works for itself. You don't have to go and maintain it or anything like that. You set it up once. Whenever you onboard a client, throw in the link, boom, done. So you don't have like it's you do also have to understand, like, people who use who onboard clients who have agencies, they know the pain they have to go through it. So this is ideally for people who have agencies, who are freelancers, and trying to have more clients onboarded. This is for you guys. If you have a single business and you are not offering any marketing stuff, yeah, that's not for you. So think about it. If you are in the agency, this is you offer these ads and stuff like that, then this is something you need.
Yep, absolutely.
Let me where's my screen? Here we go. Okay, let me see if there's any last moment questions, if we have any, and then we can wrap this up. Oh, yeah, wow. 7 days. Yes, Carl, the 7 days. Does the work for agency level GMB managing account? He is, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Ari Aziz. Does this work? He was looking forward for this deal. There's few of these guys, they were like on it, like when is it coming out? Give us a date.
Greatly, guys.
So does this work for agency level GMB managing account?
Yes. Yep. So
Yes.
yeah, you can set up your profile group that you want to connect with.
Okay. Arya said he already bought it. I appreciate, brother. Thank you so much. I believe he's in Toronto. So let's see what we got. Muhammad Nazimuddin. What do we need to have get a successful connection as an agency? There's a guide walkthrough for a client. Is there a walkthrough for agency? Yeah,
To be connected or like setting up the connections.
basically walk through like how to use the tool, I guess.
Yeah, in the knowledge, when you get into the account in the Knowledge Center menu link, there's a quick start guide that helps you just walk through the whole setup.
Perfect. Pankaj is saying the platform looks solid but need tutorials for setup. Yes, there will be more tutorial. I think you also have to understand that they are building up more integration, more things are coming out. So yeah, they wanna make sure the tool has everything, and they have more. They already have the knowledge base, and I'm sure if you have any questions, just reach out to them. They have a chat bubble on the site. You can talk to them, and they can help you out. What else? Any update on the training? I don't have the clue as to how. Okay, this is we already asked that question. There was few people already talked about this many times. Vancouver. Okay, sorry, he's in Vancouver, not in Toronto. I apologize. Um, any last words, Tyler, before we wrap it up? I think that's about it. And there is a giveaway, guys. And I know you guys are super excited about the giveaway, but you guys also know it's very hard for us to organize this and do the giveaway at the same time. And since we don't see all the questions, so we are going to do the giveaway. We will do the giveaway, but after the event, right?
Right.
Anything, any last words about the tool? Why people should buy it? Why they need this tool? And what is going to be happening in next 6 months or year? What is the future for Admatic?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Sam, honestly, for this interview. And thank all of you guys. Like, this is, I've always wanted to make my own SaaS and do it in a way that helps people and not just to have a tool to have a tool. I think this accomplishes that. And if you purchase, or even if you don't purchase and you checked it out, honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our team thanks you. And we look forward to promoting this tool going forward for quite a long time, and doing many more updates. It's really integrated with our main agency and what we're doing. So yeah, we're excited for the future. We're excited for your business. At the end of the day, that is our heart, is to support other marketing agencies, freelancers, not only with tools, but our services we provide, the teachings that we do, the coaching, all the different stuff. That's our heart. That's our message. And I hope that that's transparent in this. And give us feedback, good or bad, whether you think it sucks, whether you think it's amazing. Like, we want it all, because that's how we improve and that's how we get better.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate. And if you do have any questions, like we said, message Tyler, and he'll be happy to help you out. And we are very thankful for all of you guys joining. Look forward for hearing back from everybody. Any suggestions? Go do request integrations if you have any integration you want in Admatic. I hope you all have a great day wherever you guys are. Good night. Enjoy. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.